Alright, today we're going to take apart a Mikuni carburetor off of a 1975 RD250. And the carbs between the 250 and the 350 are the same. So to start, take off the bottom end. There's 4 screws. Each screw has a spring washer, lock washer underneath, and there'll be 4 of them total. And 4. Okay, and there's a gasket between the top and bottom halves. And if you're gonna do any type of carb cleaner or chem dip or anything, you want to remove all the gaskets and O-rings and everything. So there's your gasket. And you got your 2 float halves. You can remove those. And there's your bottom half. Alright, so we've got the bottom part, the bottom half removed, and the float chamber. Now, at the bottom of the float chamber, there is a drain plug that gives you easy access. You can drain the chamber of gas, and it's pretty easy access to the main jet if you needed to rejet something quickly without having to dismantle everything. So number 17 socket, get this off. Probably not necessary, but there is a rubber O-ring that I don't want to get dissolved by any parts cleaner, so that can be removed and saved for after all the metal's clean. There you go. Drain plug. Okay, and the float chamber body's pretty much as disassembled as we're gonna get it. So now we can move on to the upper half. So let's see, here's a float hinge pin and your float arm, so your floats will impact this. You can remove the hinge pin. There's your arms. Okay. And I've got a socket around here somewhere. We can remove the float needle. You guys will have to excuse me if I screw up any terminology. This is the first time I've been doing this too. Whoop, okay. There's that. There's 2 pieces involved there. Put these aside. Okay, so now we've got our main jet that we can remove. This was just finger tight. And that comes with the main jet, and then a washer for the main jet. So that'll be 2 out of that central hole. And then it's kind of hard to see, but back in this hole is where your pilot jet is. And you remove that using a small flathead screwdriver. And there's your pilot jet. Now that all your jets are removed, you can start taking off the external pieces. So any pilot jet adjusting screws or throttle stop screws and everything can be uninstalled from the outside now. So here we're taking out the pilot jet adjusting screw, and then actually inside this hole that it just came out of is the spring for the throttle stop screw. So you can just carefully extract that. Let's see what else. And here we've got our throttle stop screw and the spring for the pilot jet screw, so we can remove both these just counterclockwise till it comes out. There you go. And then I've got a couple of nylon adapters that I'll remove. This one, I believe, is for delivering oil from the oil pump, and this is the right side carb. On the left carb, which I've already taken apart, this was actually plugged up because the previous owner had disabled the oil pump, and I guess he plugged this to avoid anything getting in. And actually, yeah, you can, I don't know if you can see it, it's definitely plugged right there. So these just slip on, but they're a little somewhat painful to get off. I don't really want to booger up the metal, but yeah, some gentle force and a screwdriver should pop any of these off that you have. And really, that's the complete disassembly, at least from a cleaning perspective, of the right side carburetor. On the left side, you have your choke assembly, which will be in this area on the left side, and it's a little bit weird to disassemble, but there's one nut you unthread and everything just kind of pulls off from there. So really, aside from getting the throttle valve and the needle out of the throttle cable, which is still on the motorcycle, this carb's ready for cleaning. Thanks for watching.